Niners have now lost three in a row, losing to the Bengals after losing to the Browns and then the Vikings. And this is after the Niners have started off 5-0. They're now 5-3 going into the bye week. And, it's, in my opinion, it's not time to panic just yet, but the Niners definitely need to improve, to just be straight up, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, because this defense went from being probably the number one ranked defense in the entire NFL to just being absolutely awful these last 3 weeks. And a lot of people are blaming Steve Wilks, the defensive coordinator. Now, yes, I think he should get a lot of the blame, but it's mainly on the players because they're just missed tackles. The defense has just not played the way it's played the first 5 weeks of the season. And Nick Bosa, having hold it out before the season, and then ends up signing a 5-year, $170 million extension. For him to do that and to just play like he's played this year, only having one good game basically against the Rams, it's just absolutely unacceptable the way he's been playing. Now, Eric Armstead has, for the first time in a while, had a pretty good game. He had 2 sacks. Nick Bosa did bring the pressure on one of his sacks, so that's good, but the amount of money that Nick Bosa's playing, he just cannot play like he needs to play better. He just does. And the whole defense in general does. Now, the Niners, of course, when they lost their first game to the Browns, they would have won it had Jake Moody not missed that field goal. But that just takes them to 5-1. You're like, okay, well, it's never good to lose a game, but maybe the pressure of having this undefeated season of where a lot of people, and heck, even I thought that they possibly had a chance to do what no team since the 1972 Dolphins had done and gone completely undefeated and won the Super Bowl. I mean, in the back of my mind, I thought that was possible. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I was like, okay, well, it sucks to have lost this game. It sucks to lose any game in the NFL, but now the pressure of having that undefeated season, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So there's that. And then they play the Vikings on Monday night. You're like, okay, there's a perfect time to bounce back after their first loss, to beat a team that's 2-4 at this time. I believe that was their record. And, they're at home, but they're not too good of a team. And then, boom, Kirk Cousins looks like Joe Montana. And the Vikings get the win. And then Purdy throws 2 interceptions for the first. He threw his first interception since January 1st in the Browns game, and then he has 2 interceptions in the Vikings game, and Steve Wilks gets a lot of the blame for the blitz he called at the end of the second quarter, at the end of the first half, which made Kirk Cousins throw an easy touchdown to Jordan Addison. And then that combined with Purdy's 2 interceptions, the Vikings were able to get that win. And then you're 5-2, and you're like, okay, well, 2 straight losses in a row, but hey, at least they're going to be at home now against a damn good team like the Bengals, but a team that hasn't gone off to a good start, and you're at home, so Niners are going to get the win, and they haven't lost a home game at this point since last year against the Chiefs, so there you go. But now, last week, of course, last Wednesday, I believe it was, Brock Purdy ended up being in concussion protocol. And I had this take, and a lot of other Niner fans had this take as well, that Brock Purdy shouldn't even play. Not good for his brain, not good for his health, and you need Purdy to be healthy for the entire year if you want to win a Super Bowl. But Purdy gets cleared, he plays. And yes, I think that Sam Darnold should have played. And heck, Sam Darnold could have even got that win. And then everyone would be like, oh, time to start Darnold now. Like, no. But that's what should have happened is Darnold should have started. And he could have had a damn good game because he was a healthier quarterback at that time. And he could have had he could have made fans just be dumb and say, oh, let's start Darnold now. Like, obviously, if Darnold would have started and won the game, I would not have been one of those people because that's just fucking stupid. No, I would not have had that take. But what should have happened is Darnold should have started the game and possibly won the game and then had dumb fans having that take. That's what I think should have happened. But hey, Purdy, his interceptions cost the game. And then even the fumble. Well, at that point the game was pretty much out of reach anyway. But the interception that got called back on the flag, and then him fumbling after that, that wasn't good either. But the 2 interceptions were costly. But the main one that was costly was the one at the end of the third quarter when the Niners were at the 1, about to score, and then Purdy throws that pass that gets deflected and caught by the Bengals. Pratt, which was a damn good play by him, but that was, I think, the costly one of the game for the most part. But hey, and it's not even all on the defense. Joe Burrow is a damn good quarterback, and he played his ass off, and he's a franchise quarterback. He's an MVP caliber quarterback, so you have to factor that in as well. The defense was bad, but you have to factor in that they were playing against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and so you have to factor that in as well. But no, the defense is what I think as far as Steve Wilks goes, and apparently Tim Ryan, the Niners color analyst, is very big on this take. I don't think he should be in the booth. I think he should be on the sidelines. I've seen offensive and defensive coordinators in the booth a few times in the 16 years that I've watched the NFL, but I think that Steve Wilks should be on the sideline. Because I think that just brings more engagement with his players. And it shows that I'm not saying he doesn't give a shit. I'm not saying that, but it shows everyone that he does give a shit. In my opinion, that's what I think. But hey, Purdy also has not played as good. I mean, he still makes a lot of his throws, but it doesn't seem like he has the confidence that he had before. And I think a part of that is the concussion protocol that he was in, the fact that he wasn't 100% healthy. But the best news in all of this is the Niners are on a bye week now. And they can fix whatever's been going wrong these past 3 games, both on the offensive side of the ball and on the defensive side of the ball. Only bad news is the Jaguars, their next opponent, are also going to come off a bye week. But the Niners Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars are a decent team, but the Niners are a better team, so they should get the win against the Jaguars coming up the bye. They should, and it is absolutely a must-win. You're 5-3, which normally 5-3 going into the bye week is not too bad, but for a team that started off 5-0, 5-3 going into the bye week is a major, major disappointment. It just is. But hey, Christian McCaffrey has scored a touchdown in 17 straight games. His first was a rushing touchdown. His second was the screen pass from Purdy, and right after that, Purdy made a hell of a fucking throw to George Kittle. And Kittle made a hell of a catch. That was good. That was great. And Kittle's played a lot better too, I think. And if the Niners team wants to win a Super Bowl, I think you need to see some Purdy to Kittle. You need to see a lot more of that. You need to see a lot more of the Iowa State connection for that. Now, I think it's interesting, actually. The Niners, when they went 5-0, they had scored at least 30 points in all their games, and in these past 3 losses, they have scored 17 points in these last 3 losses. So I think that was actually pretty interesting. But anyway, Danny Golding TV is out. Wanted to come on here, chime in on what's going on with the Niners, but we got the bye week. You're still 5-3, so you just got to bounce back, and that's all there is to it. Danny G is out. Peace.